Hey, how we doing, guys?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Yes, the last episode of Schitt's Creek, we got some Mariah Carey.
We got a
Little karaoke action
Mariah.
there.
Yeah, sorry for those who are on YouTube. You're not going to get to see David's awesomeness at singing Mariah Carey for
Man,
copyright purposes. So those of you
we
watching
shared
with us over on Patreon, you're going to get a reminder of a special treat from
Special
Schitt's
treat.
Creek. Yeah.
Yeah.
My big takeaway from that episode was Stevie was a little bit shady when it came to hanging out with using David so she can hang out with a new boyfriend.
It was a roundabout way, right?
Right. I mean, I get it that Stevie isn't like socially, she's pretty awkward anyway, and she probably doesn't have a whole lot of history of successful boyfriend relationships, so she's kind of in uncharted territory, my guess. But I feel like David would have been more cool with it if he'd have been like, "Hey, how about you and Patrick come up this weekend, and you guys can look at cherry blossoms, and I'll be meeting my boyfriend." And telling him when you're getting into town. Like, how is that ever going to go okay? I feel like David took that way better than I would have.
Way more gracefully than I would.
He did.
I think you're onto something there. This is the first healthy relationship Stevie's been in.
Yeah, well, her track
so far.
Well, at least on the show, her track record has been terrible.
It's been David and
right.
Jake.
I mean, she's obviously a really funny, sarcastic, dry-witted, attractive girl, but. Let's face it. For a lot of guys, that doesn't play. That kind of thing won't play.
Is the town has been described as like a town full of hicks and ugly people?
Sure,
but it's just not the case.
Oh yeah, the town full of hicks is full of very attractive hicks.
It's funny because Stevie's the one that has pointed that out,
right?
But I think it goes to show now that we're this far in the show is that she's just kind of jaded.
Oh, for sure, right?
And there's nobody here.
There's nobody here to date. I'm like, I've seen 25 people myself.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how we're this far into it. It's like, oh, okay, so it's just Stevie.
Yeah, it's just Stevie, right? There's literally not been. I mean, Alexis has been on dates with how many attractive men?
A lot, apparently.
Several, yeah,
several.
Apparently, the prerequisite to be a veterinarian in Schitt's Creek is you have to be smoking hot.
Do you do CrossFit?
yeah, exactly. Right. I saw a joke somebody put on Facebook many years ago. It was the rules of CrossFit are the opposite of Fight Club.
Yeah.
When you do CrossFit, you never shut the F up about doing CrossFit.
Yeah. That's so true.
It really is. We've known those guys.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What's your CrossFit story, everyone? Just kidding.
Yeah.
We do want to welcome some new Patreon subscribers to the weekend, guys. Christopher Hawkins, Cosmic Slice, Bilal Sheik, Sardonica Lol. It looks like Sardonica Lol. 61. I can't write. Luisa Fernandez, Danny, Jenny Marks, Geraldine Camoin, and Rahul Halnitkar. And I am so sorry to every single one of you. I feel like I got Danny right, but other than that, there may have been some real problems there. Welcome, guys. We really do appreciate being here with us.
We sure do. Thank you so much. If you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hey, guys.
If you don't mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. You'll find a lot of content here. Over on Patreon, we are at least 4 episodes ahead right now by the time you're watching this on Schitt's Creek. So if you want to kind of jump ahead to where we are in real time watching it, that is a really great way to go. You'll have to sync and watch along on your own device. We are watching, of course, on Hulu. Good old Hulu. Love Hulu. Especially now that I have no commercials.
But what time is Patrick's housewarming tonight?
You'll have to ask him. He told me he doesn't want my help, so I'm just going to play the supportive partner and watch him fail.
Okay. Our babysitter for tonight just canceled on us, and we were going to have dinner and a couples massage. But
well, I totally would think about it, but I have a housewarming thing tonight.
Well, Rolly, we're just gonna have to cancel because we have asked literally everyone.
Johnny looks offended.
I didn't ask Johnny or Moira.
Right. Johnny looks offended.
Give Moira the baby.
Yeah, the baby.
They asked everyone at the table except us. We're sitting right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask someone of your age, John.
We raised 2 kids. After Roland and Jocelyn's little oversight this morning, I took it upon myself to offer our services.
Why in God's name?
I'm more than capable of looking after this kid myself. Besides, if Roland can look after a baby, anyone can.
That's probably true, yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Jocelyn.
I don't know why. I'm having a hard time letting go.
I've got him. I've got him,
okay.
Jocelyn.
I won't be here this evening to intercede. Oh, wow. So it's just going to be Johnny Alone with our precious miracle baby?
I feel like it's going to go completely fine. I think that's the point. I know it'd be funnier if hijinks ensued, but I think it's gonna be more about people expecting it to go wrong and it being fine.
That episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend where Josh has had the baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Overall theme of good old-fashioned high school slumber party. So.
I still don't know why you were so quick to
Yeah,
dismiss
right.
my theme
This is
idea.
cheap.
Walk me through the high school idea. Models and teen actors are just gonna lounge around in their bras.
I just feel like David didn't have a good time in high school, would be my guess. Which is
Opportunity for you to rewrite your past a little bit.
It's just that my parents have spent like an astounding amount of money on therapy to try to do that already.
I love Ted. Of all the people in this town, the one I'd hang out with most would be Ted.
Yeah.
It's Neuter-palooza week at work, and I still have 2 days of spaying and neutering ahead of me.
Why'd you have to pick this weekend? You know how much I always look forward to Patrick's house parties.
Isn't this his first one?
Just hoping you could make an exception. Let loose for one night.
Next time. I promise.
You do realize the baby is crying.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
It's scheduled to be dormant by now.
I'll figure it out, Moira.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days when we could just call Adelina and have her rush home from her daughter's wedding.
You're gonna miss your
my
screening.
God. He's gonna
Begin our
stick around and
backpack
she's
to
gonna like this. That's
Lebanon.
what I think.
What
yeah.
else does the binder say?
Oh my god.
John, don't forget to wash its hands.
How long do you envision this game going on for? Because never have I ever been so bored.
Oh, I'm sorry, David.
Good! What are you doing here? You would wear a little robe and little slippers to a high school slumber party.
Oh, no, this is just so that I didn't get cold on the way over.
Not sure if it's the punch, but he could get it.
Well, you guys not notice that Ted is right?
Hey, you want to put a mirror away for a hot sec so the game can keep going and the party can end soon?
Oh, I'm
Let's
good.
spin the bottle.
Okay, go crazy, baby.
Sloppy Ted is
All
fun.
right,
Ted.
okay.
Yeah. It's not gonna be a lady. It's gonna be David, isn't it?
Come here, big guy.
Oh my. I don't know about
Big
you,
guy.
but
I think that just really freaked out their both significant others there.
I think this little thing could create so much destruction.
Oh, you've
Yes,
completed
they
the
can.
diaper substitution.
That's what kids do.
cannot be good, John. Its body is
It's
ejecting
fine.
things. What did you do to it?
Nothing. I changed his diaper, that's all.
Maybe it's allergic to something. John, did you feed
Yeah,
it
they
shellfish?
never tell
What
their
did
kids,
you
did
do?
they?
I've got to wipe him up and change his clothes again.
John, it says right here, spitting up is normal.
What did you have 2 kids and not know that?
What are you guys doing over here? You remind me of me at a high school house party judging all the attractive
It's kind of crazy that David's gonna be the one having fun here.
Things got effed and we're not having fun anymore.
For what it's worth, I'm having a great time.
What exactly
jealous.
did I do wrong here?
Oh, I don't know, David. Was it the time you kissed my boyfriend? Or
He kissed me, and
And
I
it
was
was
just
nothing.
told to have some
Yeah.
fun. So I played the game. I'm sorry that the bottle landed on me.
I'm not upset. I guess I wonder how you would react if the tables were turned.
yeah, David, like what would you do if Patrick and I suddenly kissed at a party?
Do
Is that what needs to happen to clear the air here? You guys need to kiss?
David, let's not be dramatic.
Yeah, maybe it does.
What? Well, by all means.
I think it's actually more the principle of
Okay,
the thing.
here we go.
Oh, Ted.
Nobody should be mad at anybody at that party.
Especially Ted.
Right.
He didn't want to go.
He didn't even want to be there.
Well, we did it,
You can
sweetheart.
hear her voice, her
And,
active voice there in the background.
I mean, we could have been good hands-on parents if we wanted to. We've got it in us.
So
That was
wanted
never
to.
a question, John. And everything was fine, no major problems. He is a slice of meringue, Jocelyn.
I can actually see myself leaving Roland Jr. with you people more often.
No.
And with that,
Yeah.
if your little inchling is out past its curfew,
Let's take your child
you
and
get the
go.
binder, I'll get the baby.
Maybe I overreacted for a second.
You did,
Let's just-
yes.
Talking to Alexis, and we sort of wound each other up. Stevie didn't help.
I'm sorry, are you saying you were jealous?
Yes.
David, I'm not playing this game with you.
No, you...
I wonder what would have happened if we'd met in high school.
I think our paths crossed
Right.
at the right time.
Yeah, I agree.
Give me a kiss.
No, you kissed my brother tonight, and I'm not kissing you after you kissed my brother.
That was really a fun episode.
Like, it turned like a big fight.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was like petty, but it was.
Oh, it was so petty. Like I didn't get any of the outrage. I mean, I would if it seemed like they really enjoyed the kiss, but it was looked like one of those forced party, like face on face, and we're done things.
He was so drunk, he was just like,
yeah,
come here, big guy.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything to get jealous of.
No, not at all.
So it's cute that they did. Whatever they have, they have their own insecurities to explore and everything. But David was. Like usually you have those moments you're like, David, you know what I mean? Because David can ratchet up to 11 in a hurry. And I thought he was going to in this episode. He was the reasonable one the entire time.
It's one of those episodes where it's like, careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It really blew up on Alexis and Patrick.
On Patrick, yeah.
They got what they wanted.
Yeah.
And
well, it's so silly because like whose idea was it to play spin the bottle? Because if it was one of theirs, then it's like, well, if you're if this isn't going to be a thing, then you shouldn't be playing spin the bottle.
Exactly, right? It's like, okay, couples don't play this game,
right? That's a fair rule, actually. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Anyways, it was a fun episode. I liked watching Johnny and Moira.
I did too. Yeah, Moira. God,
we were wrong about that too. We thought it was gonna be totally fine. It ended up being totally fine.
Right.
I mean,
it was fine. They just didn't know that it was. So it was a little bit. It did defy my expectations a little bit. I just thought it was going to be a chill night with like Jocelyn and then everybody kind of running back to check on Johnny to be like, "What's going wrong now?" And to see it's nothing.
I had a friend in college who had a baby, and she was like, "I have no sitter. You're not doing anything today. You don't have classes. Can you please watch my son?" And I was like, "How old is he?" And she's like, "I don't know. He's like 8 months." And I'm like, "Sure,
yeah,
totally fine." Yeah. My roommates literally sat on the couch with this baby.
Right.
It was like 3 men and a baby.
Yeah,
it really was.
Food, diapers, wipe him down. Let him sleep.
Totally chill.
Yeah,
I've never had to do it again, but I mean,
right.
I can. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's one of those things where it's just gonna happen eventually,
Were you Gutenberg or were you Danson or were you Selleck?
Ooh. I think of myself as Selleck, but I know I was Danson.
Yeah, were you Danson? You were the prima donna a little bit. I think we all want to be Selleck, but deep down we're all probably Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Let's face it,
Wait, did Danson have the cutout of himself?
I think they all did, didn't they? Did they? Well, they had the painting on the door. I can't believe we're trying. I have not seen the movie since I was a child.
Applies. We're diverting a little bit, but it applies. There's a fun movie theory.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's a fun movie theory about that movie. For the longest time, everybody thought there was a ghost in the movie because like there's a scene where one of the characters walks by a window and like
it's one of those kind of like they have the Wizard of Oz kind of thing.
It's literally the cutout behind the curtain.
So is it Ted Danson? Because he's an actor.
I think it's Danson.
He's an actor in the movie, so he would be the one that had the cutout, right? Yeah. I think Tom Selleck was an architect, and maybe Gutenberg was an artist or something like that. Literally, I was a child when I saw this movie, and I loved it enough to watch the sequel, and I love the sequel, and I don't know if either of them are actually really good. Yeah, and I don't know if any of them are really any good. I just remember thinking they were the funniest things I'd ever seen at the time. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, good cast though.
Great cast.
Yeah.
That's a legacy sequel we should see.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
3 men and a little granddaughter.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's get all three of them. They're all three still working. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know if Gutenberg's still working.
Honestly, I haven't seen anything else at all.
I think the last I heard of him, he was doing like Disney or
that makes sense.
Crap cable movies with the Olsen twins kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like those kind of schmaltzy things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, if any of you have heard from Gutenberg lately, let us know.
Gutenberg, if you're out there, comment.
Yeah, exactly. We love Cocoon. We love Police Academy. For a minute until they got dumb.
So they made the cartoon series.
Right. It's like, at some point it's like, hey, Police Academy, the first one was funny when you were a kid. And then after that, it's like, this is getting dumber and dumber pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, every sequel now. So
there's a big difference between Porky's and Porky's 2,
Oh my God, the gap is huge. My first rated R movie as a kid, and it changed. I was like 8 when I saw Porky's, and it really changed the way I viewed the world and women. Yeah, and I was like, I probably saw that too young. Thanks for the psychological damage, HBO. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.